All three candidates support the policy that allows schools to secretly transition your children to live as the opposite gender at school. Mrs. Monnier says she's for transparency. Perhaps she is in other areas, but she also supports hiding important medical and psychological information about your child from you. But there is an area where I do agree with Mrs. Monnier. I support the right of parents to limit the materials that their children have access to. That has been my position for years, and I have never called for sweeping book bans. I do think some of the materials that FCPS has made available to students are highly inappropriate because they include graphic sexual content, and that serves no educational purpose. Those books do need to be reconsidered. My opponents have continued to misrepresent my nuanced views. Listen to Josh Bokey as he attacks me for things I've never done or said, completely ignoring the fact that Mrs. Monnier, his running mate, has a very similar position to mine on the issue.
That we believe that if we apply ourselves, I get very passionate about this, if we apply ourselves and we work together and we work with the existing members of the board, that we can do anything. That we should aim for anything. We deserve that. Our kids deserve that. We deserve to be the best. There's no reason we can't go for that. But there's one of us here that has spent their time in an organization that bans books, that advocates to ban books, and that advocates to divide students and to make students feel not themselves simply because of who they are. We cannot elect that person, and I hope no one here votes.
This personal attack is unfortunate. They know that their ideas are unpopular, so instead of defending their bad ideas, they attempt to smear me. They have not presented any practical solutions. They talk in generalities about setting goals, but they don't explain why we haven't done that already. Nor do they specify what they would do to improve academics. My solutions are grounded in the reality of what actually works. I am running as a mom, a CPA, and a common sense conservative who has helped run the most successful elementary charter school in Maryland. My opponent's ideas are impractical, and the contrast could not be more clear. For academics, I recognize that we have serious academic problems and propose proven solutions. My opponents offer excuses and no ideas. I support parental rights, but my opponents support keeping secrets from parents. I strongly support school choice, and my opponents want to limit parents' choices. For the budget, I support higher teacher salaries through fiscally responsible spending, but my opponents support overspending that reduces the raises teachers are going to get. For campaign funds, I wrote and signed an ethical endorsement pledge not to accept money or political support from any person or group who could create a conflict of interest. My opponents all accept money and political support from the very same union they have to negotiate with, which is completely unethical. If you want change, I hope you'll consider voting for me. I'll leave you with my closing statement from the forum presented by Black Advancement, Inc. And I want to thank them for such a great forum that gave the candidates the opportunity to present their platforms. So I'm running for Frederick County Board of Education because I do also believe that children deserve excellence in education. Every child in our county deserves to go to school and learn in a way that suits their own learning styles and that meets their needs. I believe that our county currently does not do that. It has not been meeting that goal, and it hasn't been meeting it for a long time. We've known things that need to be changed, and we haven't changed them. And year after year we talk about it, and year after year nothing changes. The role of the Board of Education is to help manage not only what happens in our schools, but the bigger picture of our budget, of our long-term plans, and we have failed in those responses too. That's part of why our schools open almost overcrowded. The path forward needs to be changed. When I was on the Board of Trustees of Frederick Classical Charter School, we did all of the things for the charter school that a Board of Education member for FCPS would do. We had to make choices on curriculum. We had to make choices on filling roles with compensation, and we had to worry about paying the bills. We had to worry about rent. We had to find facilities. We had to expand our facilities. These are all important decisions that are made from people with diverse backgrounds in business, in other studies, other disciplines, not just education, because we rely on administration for our education, for the knowledge and their experience in that way as well. I'm the only person who's currently running who has experience running an FCPS school, who has experience helping day to day deal with the problems and challenges of schools, who dealt with problems with from students and their families and helped mediate those problems, and who helped push a school forward to become one of the best charter schools in the state of Maryland. I think that I have what it takes. I have a business background, which will help tremendously in our budget, and I have experience running a school, and I think I have what it takes to help move FCPS forward. We can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results, and that's what we're currently doing. I think really this time, hopefully, we can make a change. Thank you.